UN 영어뉴스, the Dutch solution to busyness that captivated the world. Nixon, a Dutch wellness trend that means doing nothing, has caught the attention of the world as a way to manage stress or recover from burnout. The Hague, where I live, has 11 km of gorgeous coastline with rolling dunes and sandy beaches. In summer, I often see locals in Scheveningen or Kikdoin, the city's most famous beaches, sunbathing, strolling in nature, and riding their bikes, then sitting down on one of the many beaches available. Sometimes they are reading and chatting with their friends, but just as often they are engaging in Nixon. Nixon is a Dutch wellness trend that means doing nothing. It first caught the attention of the world in 2019 as a way to manage stress or recover from burnout. At the time, many people were complaining about exhaustion and depression caused by overwork and were looking for solutions, which is why concepts such as Japanese ikigai or Danish hige also entered the English lexicon. As a linguist myself, I loved the idea that you could express the whole concept of doing nothing in one short and easy to pronounce word. In my book, Nixon, Embracing the Dutch Art of Doing Nothing, I define it as doing nothing without a purpose. So not scrolling on Facebook or engaging in meditation, whereas mindfulness is about being present in the moment. Nixon is more about carving out time to just be, letting your mind wander wherever it wants to go. And as we are slowly recovering after the pandemic, it's important to rethink the way we work and spend our time. Linguistically, Nixon, doing nothing, is a verb created from nix, which means nothing. It fits with the tendency of the Dutch language to create verbs out of nouns. From voetbal, football, to voetballen, playing football. From internet to internet. From WhatsApp to WhatsApp, etc. I think this is something that happens in Dutch in particular, said Monique Vlekken, a psycholinguist at the University of Amsterdam, who researches how the languages we speak affect the way we see the world. Essentially, it's much less work to say Nixon instead of to do nothing. The Dutch are a practical, direct people, and their language reflects that, she said. Nixon is about carving out time to just be, letting your mind wander wherever it wants to go. In the Netherlands, the word can be used in a variety of ways, both positive and negative. Vlekken said a parent might say to their kid, "Zit je weer te niksen? Are you doing nothing again?" And I would also say, "Lekker niksen," which translates to delicious doing nothing. When talking about an evening blissfully free of any tasks or work. To tease Ron Spark, a psychologist, TEDx speaker, and author of the book Crazy Busy, Staying Sane in a Stressful World. Nixon means doing nothing or occupying yourself with something trivial as a way of enjoying your own time. Not doing nothing entirely, but doing as little as possible, he said, pointing out that this mostly applies to elderly people who have more unstructured free time. Younger generations, on the other hand, are more stressed out than ever, even in the Netherlands, a country traditionally applauded for its work-life balance. There are plenty of reasons for that. Our lives and our jobs have become increasingly complex. We tend to spend a lot of time with computers. There is a lot of pressure on being the best version of yourself, be it in our jobs, or the expectations of parents, or from social media. There is a lot of pressure to perform. Ron Spark said, "Of course, some stress can be good," as Leiden University psychology professor Bonnette Elzingar points out. It's not necessarily bad to be for a moment in a state of stress where you are really on and focused. The problem is when this is getting out of hand, she said. Why are the Dutch so direct? Of course, some stress can be good, as Leiden University psychology professor Bonnette Elzinga points out. It's not necessarily bad to be, for a moment, in a state of stress where you are really on and focused. The problem is when this is getting out of hand, she said. But Nixon can help with that. When you do nothing, you connect to your default mode network, and that network is responsible for mind wandering and reflection, Elzinga explained. Paradoxically, Nixon can also make us more productive, simply because breaks allow our brains to rest and come back with better focus and sustained attention. This is probably why, while the Dutch don't work long hours, they tend to be very efficient at work. Working overtime is not encouraged due to the just be normal, that's already crazy enough attitude prevalent in the Netherlands, a nod towards the country's honest and egalitarian culture. Nixon-friendly places in the Netherlands. Beaches are excellent places for Nixon. In The Hague, had to kick doing, or Scheveningen, close to Amsterdam. There is Castricum and Zandvoort. Dunes near Rotterdam is Boonsduin, an amazing dune area with hiking and cycling trails, as well as many benches to sit down. Parks in Rotterdam. The Kralingse Bos offers great opportunities for Nixon, and it seems to work. The Dutch are a creative nation. Just think of all the famous painters like Rembrandt, Vermeer, or Escher, as well as the innovative solutions the Dutch have found to battle the recurring threat of floods, such as huge dams and floating houses. The Dutch also like to enjoy life, as shown by the word lekker. This means delicious, but can be used to refer to anything nice and pleasant, like lekker warm, deliciously warm, lekker slapen, sleeping deliciously, and of course lekker niks, or deliciously doing nothing. This available architecture of leisure makes it more possible for people to do nothing more easily. Locals like spending their time in active ways, such as cycling or hiking, allowing time for clearing the mind. And each time the sun comes out, the Dutch flock to cafes and terraces in mass, even in the winter. For me, these are perfect places for doing nothing. However, Lawrence Parker is not a fan of doing nothing as a stress-preventing measure. I'm a little bit skeptical of the idea that you should create a buffer between you and stress. I don't know if that's even possible in the way that we live and work now, he said. A large network of hiking and cycling routes crisscrosses the country, meaning it's easy to get into nature. Elzinga believes that it's much better to do some sort of physical activity to distract you from your daily worries, preferably in nature. But luckily, in the Netherlands, there is a way to combine all these things, mixing nature and movement. While the country is not commonly known for its natural resources, the Dutch appreciate the little natural areas they have. Many dune areas, my favorite thing about the Netherlands, are a part of a large network of hiking and cycling routes crisscrossing the country. Even in large cities such as Notre Dame, The Hague, or Amsterdam, you are never too far away from a trail. In a cooperation with the Dutch railway system, Wanderlek, a foundation devoted to creating and maintaining hiking routes, has created NS Wandelingen, a system of hiking routes that are easy to reach by train or other public transport. They range between 7 km and 22 km in length, making them perfect for a day trip. And given the many benches along the way, it's even possible to fit in a little Nixon break. This leisure time is possible for the Dutch because the Netherlands is a country with an excellent welfare system, and while people tend to work hard, they also take and are granted many days off. Having a good social support system, having lower stress level, relates to feeling secure and in balance. So I wouldn't overestimate the importance of that, said Elzinga. And with everything going on in the world, the COVID-19 pandemic, the war in Ukraine, relieving stress is more important than ever.